Something you talk about a lot, which I find is really interesting, is failure. And you talk a lot about how it can be a good thing. Can you explain that a bit and how you've failed in your personal experiences and how you've sort of used that to your advantage?
I think when I used to make mistakes or felt like I came up short, I always used to feel like I failed. Or I used to feel embarrassed by the mistakes that I would make. As soon as I had the realization that they didn't have to be bad, that if it was a lesson and I learned from it, that was the most important thing. When I was getting ready to try out for it was my third time trying to make the Olympic team. And I remember that having those doubts of thinking like, oh my God, well, I tried to do it 2 times before and it didn't work out. And then I changed the talk in my own mind and I was like, you know what? I'm the only person who has had the opportunity to try out 2 times before. And when I was able to learn that lesson, that's when it all kind of came together.
Yeah.
And it's been true for every single thing I've done. And then you find yourself in this position of being exactly where you always wanted to be.
I love that, and that's just so inspiring. I love that you use your voice, not just to go on the ice and skate and do all these amazing things, but you use your voice to talk about issues that you're passionate about, and to really raise the awareness about LGBTQ plus issues. Talk to me about the power of your voice and how other people can use their voice, and in your own experience, how you've used yours.
When I'm able to do those things that make me feel like I'm doing the right things, that I'm doing things that are important, I feel like it's a way to build myself up while also helping build other people up at the same time. And I think that, especially with the Olympic Games, you're given this amazing platform where you can kind of speak for other people. You can be a voice when other people feel like their voice isn't being heard. And when you're able to do that and you're able to kind of help other people and speak for those other people, it's really an amazing thing. I know that if it comes from my heart and I'm saying something that's really important to me, that's what matters the most.
I completely agree. It's a lot about like this formula that I use. It's called like issue plus gift equals change. You use your issue to put your passion and then your gift, your talent, and then you put those 2 together and make a difference. I love that. So what are some lessons that you've taken from the ice into your everyday life?
One thing that I've taken from the ice that is super important is that if you go out and you try something and it's new, sometimes you feel like you might be embarrassed from it because it's something different or wild, but own it. Don't be afraid to be embarrassed.
Don't be afraid to be embarrassed. I love that, and do it afraid.
Yes.
Yeah, and like adrenaline, like the fear, adrenaline is honestly like the best thing that you can like ever experience.
And when you walk through that, it's the most powerful thing ever. You feel like Queen Elizabeth II.
You feel like Queen Elizabeth II.
Yeah.
I love that. So thank you so much. Thank you for coming and for speaking to over 5,000 teens about how you can be an ally and your experiences and your story. It was such an honor to have you. It was such an honor talking to you.
Well, I'm honored to be here with you as well, so I'm very excited. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Adam.